Hey guys, this is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching, and I'm doing a trade review for Friday on one very specific TnP Algo setup that has a very high win rate, gets traders excellent RR, has a low stop out rate, and great extensions. Right. So before I get started, if you would like to contact me, have any questions, you'd like to try a trial to the room, the way you do that is you send an email to tradeandperform at gmail.com. Again, tradeandperform at gmail.com. Pretty simple. So let's go through the series, and we'll go from there. I'm being obviously texted. And we'll go from there. So let's just start from London Open, where many of our members trade from. So we'll just start right here, and we're going to look for two combinations. So first, let me highlight the combinations. Okay, so it's two algos. None of them are delayed. They all fire in real time, and we're looking for a specific combo, and we're going to focus on ES, right? So we're looking for a purple bar and or a red triangle. We're going to look at longs first, then we'll look at shorts, right? And then we want a star on top. So we're looking long only to begin with. And what we're going to do is we're going to jot down the wins and losses. And we're going to define a win on ES as the trade goes at least 5 points. Okay? That will be what we define as a win. This is on an 8-tick Renko bar, right? There's one other rule. The longs have to set up at the bottom end of our TnP channel or at the top end of our TnP channel, or there's no trade. Okay, so either longs, purple, and blue, shorts are at the top end of the channel. So we won't even be looking at the shorts right now. We'll just start off quite plainly with the long. So here's 2 a.m. and we're looking for, quite simply, purple bar star. So this would be our purple bar star right here, right? And you can see that we did not achieve, right? We did not achieve 5 points. The best maximum excursion you could have gotten on that would have been 2, right? Not overly impressive. But then you see it comes down, and we would add rules, locations, things like this when you're in the room. But let's just take it blindly to start with, right? So now you're looking for your next setup, and we're going bar by bar. Here's 7:30, purple bar star. I can tell you this was uncatchable. I was watching it in real time. Purple bar star. However, right? However, if you look right to the right, this was totally catchable. It was so catchable that I was able to take the long, and on the team Slack channel, I was able under the circumstances of knowing that it was econ, right? I was able to come in and I put. So you can see right here the time is printed. This is Central Time. So room open starting at 8:10. Then I put not much sell pressure. That was right at 7:32. Shorts probably get squeezed. ES still positive. Long ES 37.96. Stop 37.90. Right, and then I put my target is back to 38.10, and that was at 7:35. So that was in real time. What did I see? Well, the first one was uncatchable. That was clearly catchable. And if you'll look really closely on that bar, you're like, well, how did you have so much time to type that and see that? What you'll see is the purple bar star printed, and it actually backside checked all the way into, I think, 94. So I went long 96. Technically, I should have been right on top of it and been long about 97, but again, it was moving relatively quickly. But you had enough time to catch it right here, and then you see it obviously hit 37.10 and then some. And my maximum exit took place at 8:15, 8:10, right here, basically on this star is where I exited the trade. Right, so you can see that was a 40-point rip, and it was pretty awesome. Again, keeping up so far prior to 7:30, right? You have 3 opportunities to the long side, right? And you have 1 winner, 2 winners, 1 stop. The stop, because all the numbers are important, right? So if you had entered here, your stop's at the bottom of this bar. You have a 99 against a 74 and a quarter. which is 4.5 points, right? So your risk on that trade was 4.5. Over here, you had the same risk. This trade, your entry would have been, if you could have hypothetically gotten it again, because it went too fast, I don't think anyone could have gotten it right when the number came out. But just from a hypothetical standpoint, in this case, it went from 37.92. Your maximum favorable excursion would have been 38.01. Then you came in over here. Your entry should have been 37.96, which is where my entry was. And you had actually 89 points of favorable excursion, or 85 points, however much ES was up yesterday. Let's keep going through the day and see what else set up as the day rolled out. Right, so I'm looking for a very specific combination, which is purple bar star or pink bar star. So here's my next trade right here at 9:05. Right, so there's multiple setups with the TnP process, but if I need to zone in on just one thing, purple bar star, triangle star. So there's purple bar star, and they have to be right next to each other. Again, these don't write and rewrite. They stay consistent. You would not take this purple bar star. It's at the top of the channel. And that was the end of the day. So we ended up with one loser and four winners. One loser, four winners, right? That's pretty good RR, and that's pretty good win ratio, right? That's sitting there at 80% win ratio. And it's not just one day. Let me show you another day where it was a little bit more volatile. And I'm not going to jump to NQ. NQ actually offers more opportunities, but the offers more opportunities. However, the speed and the skill throw a lot that you need to trade NQ effectively. Throw a lot of people. And again, I'm going to focus only on long side. There's clearly short side setups. It's just simply easier for me to demonstrate. Most people are more comfortable trading to the long side. I trade both sides of the coin. So let's go look, because there's clearly some stops in here, right? And remember, we did have econ on Wednesday morning. So let's just go looking again, and let's start from our 2 a.m. picture here, right? And if it worked out poorly, that's fine. If it worked out well, that's fine with me too, right? I just want to know what my consistency looks like, right? So I'm looking for, I need a star, so this makes it easy. And I need it at the bottom end of the channel. So you can see I just didn't get the setup to the long side. I would have had absolutely nothing, right? I'm still looking for a star preceded by a purple bar or a triangle, and I have nothing all the way through here. And again, this obviously market's getting smashed pretty hard. So you're going to see right after numbers that we start getting the setup, and it's on the bottom side of the channel. So if you'll look, there were some stops involved here, right? So here's your first trade, trade number one, long, winner. I'll put an arrow on it. Trade number two, I'm going to go with loser. Again, you're trading when there's just 5 minutes after. So as I said, when I took that other trade, you have to be able to take your poison and survive it, right? So I normally don't trade this time frame. 740. Again, I don't think that made it the 5 points. I'm going to count that in the loser column. So we have two trades, two losers. I know this one was a loser, right? So that's three trades, three losers in a row. Again, most of the members don't start trading until 9 in the morning, right? Because of all the cross currents that go on between, particularly 7 to 8:30, right? And this is all central time. But you will see if you've stayed consistent in your entries, you finally get everything all on one bar. Triangle down, purple bar, star, and that almost immediately takes you from 37.58 to 37.78. That's 20 points. So that's three losers, one winner. You only have a 25% win rate, but your stretch is enormous. And again, we're just going to keep going through the day here, only looking for our longs. So this is easy because we're just looking for stars in the bottom end of that channel, right? And so it has to have a purple bar or a triangle in front of it. And what we're interested in is high win rates. There's other ways to trade this. There's other setups. But why do I hammer this? Because someone can come right in using the algo and see this in real time and go, oh, I know exactly what it is I am looking for, right? So again, when it starts to rip like this, we're not looking for anything. Now down here we are, right? So here you have triangle down star. That would be your next trade, right? So now we have a total of 5 trades, 2 winners, right? So we have 5 trades, two winners, and you should be on the profitable side of the column. Again, this stretch from 37.98 to 38.13 before even remotely coming back significantly, right? And obviously further up as it went along. Again, you can see right here, purple bar star gave you at least 5 points into the top end of the channel. Now we're at 6 trades, 3 winners, right? And again, the RR is important. Stop at 12:58. We do not take trades in the last 10 minutes of the of any hour because you get a lot of algo stops there, but we're going to count it just the same. It is one of the rules in the room, however. So now we have 7 trades, and we have 3 winners and 4 losers. Okay, we're going to keep going through. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And that's the end of the day, right? No one would have traded here in the last hour. And it just didn't set up anywhere else. But again, if you look at 7 trades, 3 winners, 4 losers on this day where it was predominantly to the downside, right? The trade was predominantly to the downside. So the point isn't, is it killer every day? It's, is the RR there? Even with your stretch, the goal is to get a 2-to-1 RR with your trailer, right? You're trying to leave these to get the big stretch on your trailers. And then you're adding location, bias to the day. And I'm only focusing on the long side of the trade, not the short side. So let's go back and capture one other day just randomly. And let's go look at Monday, right? We'll start off at 2 a.m. on Monday of this past week, right? We're going to put a vertical line here at 2 a.m. That's 201. Some of my traders would have taken that right at 201. I do have people who trade London, and there's obviously other setups here. Again, I'm only going to focus on the long side of the trade. All right, so this is trade number 1. Clearly gets you fantastic RR. That's a 20-point trade on ES, right? So you scoot over here. And on NQ, some of these trades are worth hundreds of points, right? As you scoot over, you'll see no long sets up at the bottom end of the channel. This does not qualify, right? That is a trade setup for us, but is a lower odds trade, and I'm only focused on the highest odds trades. Why? I want someone to be able to walk into the room and start making money very quickly and know exactly what they're looking for. Purple bar star, again, you get about 10 points on this. Your entry would have been roughly 38.57. The peak of this is 38.70, so I stand corrected 13 points. So that's 2 trades, 10 plus each, right? We're just going to keep going through the day. Make sure I don't miss anything to the long side. Purple bar star, right there. End of the day. So all the time I hear people say, Simon, I don't want to do all these, I don't want to trade a bunch, right? But I want a high win rate. Purple bar star, 38.55, 38.64. Again, almost 10 points. That's 3 trades, all winners, 10 points apiece minimum on the stretches. And so just to make sure it's not a recent phenom, right, I'm going to do something here real quick. I'm going to load on my bar period. And I'm going to load on data limiting. Let's go back and look 2 months ago. Was this random? Let's look. Give it just a second to load. Apparently, I've asked it for a lot of data on a Saturday. We'll see. It'll take just a second. I just want to go back and look at a place randomly in time. and go with the same concept. So we're going to go back to when the market was actually getting smashed pretty hard. Let's just stop right here on a Thursday and see what happened. And again, we'll go right to midnight and we'll look for the same setup. Now, someone's going to ask me, well, what about all the other setups? Well, they're there, but my concern is getting you paid, right? My concern is getting you paid. So I'm going to look for the very best setup that's possible, right? So here's 2 a.m. Again, right when you trade, when any market opens, it can be challenging. This is 2 a.m. So let's see what we have. We have purple bar star. Let me explain the stops here. There's 2 stops. There's a stop that's a physical close behind the bar or a wick behind. I'm using the tightest stop here for the greatest RR. So I'm going to count this first trade as a loser. Long only, right? So that's my first trade. Trade 1. Stop. Most of the members in the room would have caught that because they would have either their stop would have gone a full bar behind or they just simply would have re-entered on the close back in, but that's a different story. Let's keep going. So next, we're looking for purple bar star or triangle down star to the upside. So far, nothing. This is your first trade here. Let's see if we squeezed out 5 points at 4 in the morning. So this would have been my entry at 0375. And the best I could have done would have been 0875, which gave you 5 points on your stretch. So 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 loser, right? You're about flat on the day right now. Here's your next trade right here. Purple bar star. Again, your entry was about 04. The maximum favorable excursion was 13, almost 10 points. So now we're at 1 loser, 2 winners. 3 trades total. Still looking. Purple bar star right here. Your entry. This is what I'm pointing on the screen in case you're having a hard time seeing it. And again, these do not rewrite. These print in real time. 38.77, right? And clearly you got your 10 points and then some out of the trade, right? That was a home run trade. That was a 38.77 to 38.14. So now we are at, let's see, we had 1 loser, 2 winners. Now we have 1 winner, 1 loser, 3 winners. Your RR is crushing it now, right? As we're going through the course of the day, again, looking for the same setup. Again, you got your purple bar star. Took you to 5 points. It certainly did. 1 loser, 4 winners, right? Still looking for the long. Here's your next long. Let's see if we got our 5 points. So this is where my long is, right here. Entry is 3883. Goes to 3890. Certainly got your 5 points. Now you're at 1 loser, 5 winners, right? It's 9 in the morning. And by the way, that last trade right there, look how much it was worth, right? Purple bar star stopped. So now that's 2 losers, 5 winners. Purple bar star winner. So now we're at 2 losers, 6 winners. Only looking long. Stop right here. So that's 3 losers, 6 winners. Triangle down star clearly goes 5 points. So that's 3 losers, 7 winners. 70% win rate so far. Clearly goes 5 points, right? Purple bar star. Let's make sure, just to make sure we got it here. All right, this is a pretty difficult day. You can see we're wide ranging It's developing a lot of trades. Your entry would be, just call it 91, so we need 96. You got your 5 points. And it did not stop, so you actually got your, looks like 10 points and the reversal. It never actually, if you left your trailer there, right, never touched the bottom of the bar, right? So we're still looking for our next setup. That's a stop right there. If you're taking this, I don't trade New York lunch. Again, there's areas, but we're still going to call it. So that's that was 3-7. So that's 4 out of 8. You're 4 losers out of 8 winners. Again, here's triangle down star. Let's see if this made it the 5 points. Again, that's New York lunch. I advise people not to trade over New York lunch. That's especially after a rip up like that. But 17 to 22, which gives you 5 points. So that's 4 losers, 9 winners. All right, let's keep looking. Triangle down, purple bar star clearly goes to your favor. So that's 4-10, right? Again, this is a down market and we're only looking long. That's a loser. That's 5 out of 10. The key is look at your RR. Your winners are more than covering your losers and your stretches are making it really big, right? Let's see here. No. Here we go next. Triangle down star gets you to clearly to 5 points over here. Let's just measure to make absolutely sure. 77 to 82.75, 5 points. So now we are at 5 losers, 11 winners, right? A lot of trades for this day. There's a loser right there, right? Wouldn't have made it. So now we go to 6 losers. Remember, you lose an average of 4 or 5 points, right? You're making 5 to 20 points on your winners, right? 5 and 6 and 12, right? So at this point, you're at a 50% win rate, right? Here's a loser right over here. You would, yeah, you would have taken that actually. So that's a loser, and then followed immediately by a winner, right? So that would be 7 losers. Again, I don't trade this late into the day. And then you have one right behind it, so it's 13 winners. And again, you can see if you leave your trailer for the stretch, right, which is important, your entry on this trade was right here at 38.63, and it stretched to 38.74. That's 12 points, right? And remember, again, this is just doing the strip down. I can't figure out where support is. I don't know where resistance is. I don't know where location is. And we know all that in the room. We have a good idea of what we're looking for and where we're looking for it, right? And then you'll see over here at the end of the day, it just did not set up for us to the long side. It just didn't, right? At the very, very end of the day, you got a purple bar star here. I don't trade this late in the day, but that would tip you over to 7 losers, 14 winners. And again, you got a greater than 5 point stretch. And that was on a pretty damn hard day, right? It was really big, wide ranging. Notice that we're not doing any shorts. That's long side only and having a great day. And particularly with the ladies in our room that are primarily referring to Etta and Joyce, who are primarily long side traders, these ladies are looking for these setups and hammering them over and over again. So again, I can pick up any day randomly, right? And the odds are, like if I just stop right here and I go, purple bar star, does it take me to where I need to go, right? So I'm not going to do 8:30 because we don't trade. The volatility is just too high. But if I carry it out to even 9 o'clock, right, and I look for my first purple bar star or triangle down star, right? See how this is the first one. Look through this whole series. This is just randomly picked 616, right? It's a Thursday. And I go through this whole series and I'm looking for purple bar star, long side only, right? That's my first trade right there. Look what it's worth, right? That goes 66 to 83. I'm trying to reiterate this so that people don't feel intimidated by the process and feel like, hey, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Even if you're within here, right? This winner here, this is worth 20 points, right? This loser here, right? That loser there is 5 points. This winner here, triangle down star, again, another 10 to 15 points to the upside, right back to back, right? I'm only focusing on one side of the market to get my trade, and I know what I'm looking for. Now, where will you have difficulty with this? If you're someone who wants to catch every wiggle and every move in the market, you will have challenges, right? That's all there is to it. You will have challenges. We are hunting the very best setup. You're taking your risk off and seeing if your trailer will run. Are there other trades? Of course, and I'll cover them in a different video. This is the easiest trade for me to teach someone when they come into the room. And so this is what I teach them because it gives them the capability of getting paid. They usually can make their money in the morning and be done by the end of the day. It pays for the software, it pays for the membership to the room, and it lets you get positive in your account, qualify accounts if you're trying to do a top step or an Apex futures funding, or grow your own account significantly. If you're in a position where you have to make money, you know exactly what you're looking for, and it sets up in real time. You know exactly the risk, you know exactly the scale. Then the targeting becomes the only hard part. And in general, using the TnP radar, right? If you get long down here, you're targeting your 5 points or to the top of the rail, and then you see where you go from there as your knowledge and education increases. Again, if you'd like to see this working in real time in the room, really, really easy. You can contact me at tradeandperform@gmail.com. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'll see you later.